What's up, everybody? Big D coming at you. Got a great show tonight. But before we get started, hey, make sure you go click the link tree that's pinned in the chat or down in the description below and go support my advertisers, sponsors, and preferred retail partners. They help continue to keep all the programming going on the channel, and your support does go a long way in helping to continue that I can bring you all this great content out there. Use the exclusive promo codes that are only available to my viewers out there when you check out to save yourself some coinage. Who doesn't like to save coinage? I like to save coinage. I don't know about you, but I do. Oh, little feedback coming through there. All right. So anyway, great show tonight. My guest making a return visit to the show. Happy to have him on there. He makes some of the most beautiful cigar accessory cases out there that you can find. Of course, if you've seen any of my videos or you've been to an event with me out there, you know I always carry this around with me because it's just handy, it's nice, it's beautiful. We'll get into it, and I'm sure he's got some stuff he'll like to show off to all of you today. But my guest tonight is the managing partner at Sarelix Accessories, LLC. The self-described black cigar entrepreneur, the one, the only, and friend of the program, Frederick Brown. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for having me again, man. And like I told you earlier, man, you're looking good, brother. Looking slim and trim. I see you drinking those green vegetable juices and doing CrossFit or something, man. But you're looking good, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. It's good to have you back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, always. So, as the purveyor of fine, handcrafted cigar accessories out there, I've been in love with this case since I've used it last year. I take it with me everywhere I go. It works out perfect and handy.
Well, you're going to have a Christmas gift coming, okay? You got a Christmas gift coming.
Love it. Of course, I got my lighter cutter all set up, squared away in there. I got my smokes all ready to go. It's perfect. It's just one of the. It's great. It's a great little travel case if you're going to be gone for the day.
So what are you smoking? What's the first light up?
I don't know. And then I'm going to go. I got a test blend in here I got to go through, so I think I'm going to smoke this test blend.
Okay. Yeah, I started out with a Liga Privada T52. If you've never had one, I strongly recommend it. These are one of the best full body cigars out there, but I do recommend you put something in your belly before then. Strong advice.
Strong advice. There you go. All right, so. For the people who are watching who may have not seen last year's program and may not know quite a bit or may not know a lot about you and the brand, how about you give everybody a little synopsis about you and the brand?
Okay. Hello, America. My name is Frederick Brown. I'm the managing director of Sarelix Accessories, LLC. We are we're an cigar accessories firm based in Brooklyn, New York. I started the business about 3 years ago. I was talking with a young lady and she was asking, we just talked about what I love, my passions. One of them is cigars. And we got into a conversation about carrying cases. And one thing led to another. And she just said to me, well, how come you don't sell your own? And the light bulb went off. I did a lot of research for the next 2 months. I found a good vendor at the time and got my website fixed up, did my research, and it was born. Been through some trials and tribulations, say in the last 2.5, nearly 3 years, but I finally feel like I'm in a good place with some of the vendors that I work with, and they're incredible. It's been going really well. People love the products that I have. I try to have stuff that nobody knows about, and I want stuff that nobody's seen, so that you're not gonna find my stuff on Alibaba or Amazon or any of those places. And I have some really good. I have a good vendor in Italy that I work with, and it's been great. It's been really consistent, and thank you to all the people that might know me and got my have purchased my stuff, and that's one of my stuff right there, the aficionado. It's on my website, and thank you.
I'm just kind of Vanna Whiting it right now for the people watching, giving them a nice view of sleekness of this beautiful handcrafted Italian leather.
Yes.
Yes, this is very nice. Like it feels exclusive. I feel like it's just nobody else has anything like this, and I feel like I'm a fancy man when I'm carrying it around. You know.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
It's my little merce.
If you don't mind, I can show you what I'm having. One of my products now. This is called the logo. It's because it has my company logo on it. So this one is in black. So it has my company logo, if you can see it. You open it up.
Wow.
So it holds three cigars, lighter, poker. It has my lighter, my cutter. Right here is the lighter. With the lighter, and it has a pouch where you can put your credit cards, cash, stuff like that. So just waiting to just look for a gift in the mail there, Danny. I got you, brother.
My goodness.
I got you.
Thank you. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. You
No
know,
problem.
I've been a big fan. I've been a big fan since I got this last year of you. You know, I use it a lot in my content when I make videos or shoot photos. This has been seen an awful lot in those because I like it, and I think it's great. And if you're heading out for a day and you don't want to pack a whole lot, this works perfect. And it's nice. It's got some buoyancy to it, but it also does a fantastic job in protecting the cigars.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like it feels nice in the hands. You know, whether you want to carry it like this, pinkies up, like I do.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that.
Out there, yeah, I like it. You know, I'm a guy who really likes people who see problems and then find solutions to problems, and I think that you solved a lot of problems that other cases don't have in them. One is it's either they're too hard and you have a hard time if you're trying to fit your cigars and a lighter or a cutter in there. It's too hard and you smash, or it's just too soft and it's just, it crushes everything. And you found that like really nice centering in this where it's not crushing your cigars, but it provides plenty of protection, and there's enough buoyancy in here because, again, I got a fairly thick lighter here.
And it fits in, correct?
Oh, it fits. Yes, it fits in here perfectly because I carry. So, and I got the two slots here. So I carry the one cutter in here, which is when everybody asks you have a cutter, this is the cutter I give them to use.
Okay.
And then in this section here, I keep my lighter right here, and it fits in perfectly. Oops.
I would recommend don't run over it with your car tire. It's got a little bit of compression, but don't overdo it.
No, I wouldn't do that. But for traveling, it works out perfectly.
Well, I have if you go to the website, or when you go to the website, I have others. I have a one called the Artisan. It holds 4. It's a little bigger. All my products, the two products that are from Italy, the Artisan and the logo, they feature. They come either plain, or if you're a business and you have a logo, or you come with your name and initials. It comes with that feature, and that's included in the price.
Oh, wow.
It's very, it's been very popular among a lot of business owners. a lot of cigar companies that have their own logo, have their own identity. They've ordered that. I've been really blessed. I think one thing I try to do is I try to give the best product possible. I try to give the best customer service. I've had some situations where a few times where the delivery, it was delayed or it got lost or something like that, because normally regular time during the summer and before, it would be normally a 2-week delivery. The holidays, like after September, it's been where I've had 3-week, even 4-week delivery time. You got to understand that my stuff is coming from Italy, so it has to go through customs. Sometimes it gets delayed. I've had a few that didn't clear customs, so it had to go back to Italy. They had to fix it. But what I try and do is, I've had no problem with refunding somebody's money. And then when they send it, when they do get it, they'll pay me. But like I said, whenever you get a chance, just go to my website. You see what I have, and if it's anything that you like, please let me know that you got it. You heard about it through Danny's website, and I'll throw in a little something extra for you, just because it came from Danny.
Oh, there you go, people. And I've got a direct link. No matter where you're watching, there's a direct link to the website down in the description. So I made it foolproof for you. You can just click that link and it'll take you right there. And you can see all the beautiful accessories this man has. He's got you covered. He's got you covered on there.
That's
just
the
like
goal.
this. I got this. Yeah, I was around Dallas, 2 weeks ago for Dallas Smoke Fest, and I had this with me the whole time. Like it became a talking point at some places. It's like, oh, what's that? Let me see that. Let me look. I'm like, yeah, take a look. Here you go. So
wait till you get my next stuff. Wait till you get your Christmas gift, brother, and it's coming early too.
Well, we all like early Christmas gifts because God knows the post office. It may not show up till after Christmas, knowing the post office.
I'll make sure you get it. I'll spend a little extra for postage. I got you, brother.
Yeah, so that's good.
So how's the cigar going? How is it?
Not bad.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if from the previous test blends on this I had, I think I like some of the earlier iterations of this than this one. I don't know how far along they are on this, but
okay.
I can taste some of the changes in it.
Okay.
But they didn't make any of the changes I recommended, so.
Have you had any this year, in the past year, that just came to you and you're like, I'm hooked, like I'm a fan for life?
Yeah. X Cigars. Man. Boy, I started drooling immediately. Like I was like 2 puffs in and I was like.
Okay. The way it should be, man. I'm generally I have my core 5: Jaime Garcia, Liga, San Cristobal, Leaf by Oscar 10th anniversary, which was introduced to me by our sister Michelle,
my work wife,
and a La Aroma de Cuba. Those 5 I can live on for the rest of my life, but I've gotten introduced to a bunch of other stuff that people have brought to my attention that is really good. A lot of new, brand new cigar brands like Carib Bliss Cigars. Amazing. He has a really good array of cigars that I think anybody would like. So just look him up. Carib, Caribe, Bliss, BLISS Cigars. He's amazing. He's on Instagram. Check him out. Let him know I sent you. But he has a really great array of full body, medium, light that I think you guys would love.
I see you got high praise there from Anthony on your core 5.
Anthony, how you doing, man? How is everybody? Thank you, everybody, for coming on. I know it's not for me. I definitely know it's for Danny, but thank you for just coming on and saying hello and whatever.
I don't do a whole lot with big brand and heritage and legacy brand stuff. I don't smoke much of those at all. A handful a year, if that. Pretty 95% of what I smoke is really it's small batch, it's boutique, it's brands you've never heard of before. And that's just kind of where I sit. And I love those brands.
Are most the cigar lounges where you're at, do they are they mostly say the more name brands, or are there a lot of like independent? Do they sell more independent?
The one here in town, is really heavy on the big brand stuff. And then the other lounge I go to that's kind of north of Denver, they've got a nice mix of boutique and small batch plus your heavy favorites of the bigger brand stuff. Not a lot of the stuff that people don't smoke, but if you're looking, if like when you're looking for Ligas like the T52 and the 9 and the H99, they carry more of the fan favorite stuff.
Gotcha.
Of them over there, so it's a nice change of pace if you're looking for something specific. And then the other shop around me, if you're looking for like high-end exclusive stuff, they're the place that has it. Like nobody else, if nobody else does, they do.
Okay. So how was Dallas? How was Dallas Smoke Fest?
I tell this to everybody watching. If you gotta go next year. It was lit from start to finish. Like I had so much fun, and thank you to everybody on the Dallas Smoke Fest board for inviting me to come on as an ambassador and be a part of their inaugural year of the Smoke Fest. I had a blast. Like it was so much fun. The events were great. There was something for everybody. That you really, if you weren't into something, that's okay, because there was another event going on that you were probably going to be into.
And I'm sure the food was just beyond words.
The couple places that I did eat at, it was pretty good. There was some, out there, but I was working most of the time, so I didn't really get much of an opportunity to kind of kick back and relax.
Were you doing like a lot of speaking events?
No, they asked me to be an ambassador, so I was out there kind of making sure that all of the making sure event stuff was going on, checking people into events, just kind of making sure, oh, there she is.
Our sister. What's up, sis? This is an amazing lady. If you don't know Cigars with M, you've never smoked cigars. Lloyd, can you turn it down just a little bit? If you don't mind? Yeah. If you don't know Cigars with M, something's wrong.
Go follow my work wife, y'all.
That's my cigar sister.
You get educated pretty quickly.
Yes. If you listen to one day, if you binge on her podcast or her testimonials, you'll be a professional right off the bat.
Yes, she does fantastic content. So go back and scour her archives. You can spend 10 minutes watching archive videos, and you'll know as much as we all do.
Yeah, indeed, man. Indeed, she's the greatest.
Yeah, Dallas was fun. I highly recommend it for next year. Anybody wanting to go and do it, because the parties were awesome. The events were great. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work on my behalf, and I've learned this. I'm too old to stay up till 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. That's not the norm. I take it.
No, I'm usually in bed by 9:30.
Wow. I'm like that sometimes when I get the chance. So it's not often because I generally am out. I'll go to lounges maybe 4 times out of the week. So a lot of times, midnight. I'm smoking from 7 to midnight. Just just talking to people, and generally it goes into business and things of that nature. One of the things that I was thinking for 2025 is I've put a plan together that I'm going to go to Houston. I want to go to Orlando. I'm definitely want to go to Vegas. I want to go to I want to do PCA as well. So I have those on the calendar that I'm planning on doing. So this 2025 is I'm going to be traveling a lot, and it'd be great to maybe we can coordinate. Be great to see anybody out there. Uh, just just enjoy, man. Hang out, have a good time. If you're with me, you're not spending any money. Just so you know that.
Well, all right. Well, if
Food and
you're
drinks
planning
on
on
me.
heading into PCA this year, if you go to Vegas, you'll be missing out because we'll all be in New Orleans.
Say that again.
If you're planning on going to PCA this year and you wind up in Vegas, you'll be missing everybody because we'll all be in New Orleans.
Then I'm going to New Orleans. And
There you go.
I'm going where you go. Just like I said, drinks and food are on me, brother. Your money's no good there.
Good, good. I got a 2-year-old, so my money isn't very good anyway.
Well, she loves you. That's all that matters, man. Trust me. My kids are grown, so they know that they have a love for money, so their hands are always out. So dad has to work a little harder, right now. So just taking care of things.
So, do you hit a lot of like or vend at a lot of local events around the New York area?
So I've earlier this summer, we there's an event in New York City called Harlem Week that has, it's a festival. It's a street festival, celebration. I did that, and it was great because I got to meet people that know of me through online, and I've been doing a bunch of pop-up events. I have my product, my products, and just meeting people. And there's so many people that uh, would just come up to me and say, "Hey, I saw you on Instagram and this and that," and I've been invited to so many other, New York City and the surrounding areas. There's a ton of cigar lounges. It wasn't really up until last year that I went past, where I normally am comfortable. So I've been just going to, I think I've found like 6 or 7 additional cigar lounges that I've gone to that I love, and really great energy, just meeting new people that I would have not had the opportunity to meet. And normally the conversation always goes to my product. And in that end, I've gotten the opportunity to have new customers. I over the last year, as things have been well, I've spoken with a lot of other fellow accessories companies, and sometimes they'll ask me how are things going. Do I have any advice for them? The one question I don't like, that I think is very inappropriate, and this is for all business owners: don't ask another company where they get their stuff from. I know you probably mean well, and you might not understand it, but no one's going to tell you where they get their stuff from, because technically you're a competitor. And for whatever you have, it might be great. There's enough customers out there where we don't have to try and fight for the same customer, because I might have stuff that they don't like, and they might have stuff that I like, that and such. So I would say that just go out there, find out what works for you. I would highly recommend, don't buy stuff for 1 or 2 people, because it's your product. And if you don't feel comfortable for it, don't uh, Don't acclimate to your potential customers, because those potential customers might say, nah, I changed my mind. Do what you feel is comfortable, and either they like it or they won't. Don't chase the money. The money will come. I promise you. Um, one individual really has amazing stuff, but it's not for me. The colors, very bright colors and stuff like that. It's not my thing. But like I said, there's enough customers out there for everybody. So what might not be good for customers that like my stuff might like yours. So just go with your gut, and things will work out.
That's great advice out there. I think, you've really got, your products are very nice. It looks luxury. And the price point isn't luxury. It's nice. I mean, it's not cheap by any means, but it's a good solid price. You're not going to break your bank account buying one of your cigar cases.
Yeah. Well,
They're beautiful quality. And this is handcrafted in Italy. So it's good. It's good. Italian leather. Trust a wop. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I say to people, this is not a cheap lifestyle to have.
Oh God, no. We're burning money as we speak.
Yes, but you're also making money. Don't forget that. This helps you make money. So think of it in that sense. Think of that as an investment. I tell people, when I buy a cigar, the goal is to sell a case or some products that I have to make up for this sale. And again, just do what you love, and just meet people, talk to people. Most of my conversations with my customers or future customers has nothing to do with cigars. Normally we'll talk sports, just life events, and then it goes into cigars. Hey, what cigar do you like? Things of that nature. If you just let the conversation be organic, and like I said, just you're the product. Doesn't matter, because you have a product that's $100, $200, $300. They're only going to feel comfortable if they feel comfortable being around you. So just be who you are, and things will work out for you.
I agree. I've always tried to run the show like a hangout, just as if you and I were at a lounge bullshitting.
Yeah.
I want to promote you and cover stuff, but I kind of just want the conversations to go wherever they go, and whatever it is, whether that be we spend the whole time talking about yourself and the product accessories, or like one show a couple weeks ago, it turned into a nerd out session, and we were live. We were talking blends, and he was rolling up the blends we were talking about. We're like making our own cigar on the stream. This is kind of where it went. We were just nerding out. And he's like, hold on, let me grab some leaves. All right, let's see if this works.
It's funny, because earlier this summer I met this guy, and we were just talking about sports, and we started talking about professional wrestling. I'm a humongous lifelong wrestling fan. Even at my age, I still watch it, not as much, but we just got into a conversation, and he liked my product, and he says, I'm getting married, and he says, I'd love to sell, I'd love to get your stuff for my groomsmen. And I was like, well, how many in your wedding party? He was like, it's 6, plus I want to get one for my dad, my uncle. Can I do it? I said, of course. So it's just be who you are. Like, it's natural that the intent is to make money, but again, you are the product. It's you, not the cases, not the pokers. It's you. They'll buy it if they feel comfortable, especially when you're a stranger. So I would just recommend, just be who you are, man. Just when you go to a cigar lounge, you're there to relax. You're there to get all your problems out the way, to forget every bad issue that happened that day. Just be who you are, man, and everything will follow from there, if it's meant to be.
Yeah, I know. I used to be really big into wrestling too. Tim, old school wrestling. Yeah, also I can tell you who the big people are like that wrestle today,
Yeah.
but I always bring it back to like when I was a kid. Because to me, the wrestling stars of the '80s and early '90s were the way it was supposed to be. It's just
Yeah.
so much fun to watch out there. Now at this point now I kind of watch for like Jade Cargill, who I got a massive crush on, and I wish she can use her 12-pack abs to use my face to wash them if she likes.
I'm sure she would have no problem doing that with you.
She had no problem, of course. There you go.
Is this my sister, Miss Toya Goody? What's going on, sis? How are you? Thank you for coming on.
Brooklyn representation.
Just for my old school wrestling fans, Shawn Michaels is the GOAT. Don't let anybody tell you differently. The Heartbreak Kid.
The junkyard dog.
No, Tim.
No.
Shawn Michaels is the GOAT, brother. Shawn Michaels.
HBK, I gotta say he's up there. He's probably top 3 for me, HBK.
Okay.
I put him in top 3.
It's more or less the LeBron, Jordan, Kareem argument,
But that's like eras out there. But Kareem to Jordan, Jordan to LaFlop. They're
really? All right.
Different eras. Different eras out there on
Jordan,
that.
I'm a Knicks fan by love, by birthright. And when I was in college, being a Knicks fan, it was not good because that was during the Jordan era, and my college roommate was from Chicago and was on the basketball team. So it was a very painful time in my life, to say the least. But I don't argue when somebody says Jordan. That's a reasonable, they got a reasonable thing there. And yes, Toya, it is black coffee. Yes, it is. You should get on it. Get off that Dunkin' Donuts. Get off that Dunkin' Donuts. So what is everybody smoking? Tim, Tony, what are you guys smoking right now? Come on now, let's post here.
Undertaker is the real GOAT.
Yes. I'm sure you guys, don't tell me you guys are getting your cigars from gas stations and the guys on the street, on the highways. All right, what are you smoking here?
Yeah, what are y'all smoking? I go to a plug down on the street corner to get my smokes.
Toya, what are you smoking? I know you got something high class. What do you?
Toya's got to have something fire. What are you smoking, Toya?
I'm gonna guess a Plasencia.
Okay. Tim, what are you smoking on?
Tony.
Tony.
I'm not gonna argue.
What's everybody smoking on? And while we wait on people there, make sure you hit up this gentleman's website to get yourself one of these beautiful cases that are amazing and functional. And I carry mine around everywhere. Gorgeous, handcrafted Italian leather. Men, don't feel bad with your little Merce that you're carrying around with your fancy pinkies up. Toya's in the hospital. What?
Toya, get better. Toya, get better, sis. All right, sister. Get better.
Yeah.
Get better, my dear. You're gonna be good. All right. Now we're speaking of goats. This is my goat, the Jaime Garcia. This is my goat. You cannot argue with me. You cannot tell me anything right now. This is my goat right here, the Jaime Garcia.
Okay.
If I had
Tony here, Stione, the Clydesdale from Stione. Good stick.
All
Anything
right.
from Stione is fantastic.
That's on the list. That will be on the list. Wait, what is Michelle smoking? That is.
I don't know. Did she only stop in and say hi, and now she's too good to hang out with us because she's just a busy lady?
Yeah, she's on a plane somewhere, going to some,
Oh yeah, probably she's somewhere. Let's see, a royalty cigar. I just had my first royalty cigar the other day. Really good stick. Really good stick.
Yeah, I had a royalty this summer. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Royalty, really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. So I just had my first one. I liked it. I'm definitely gonna have to try and pick up get another one out there. I liked it. But I also highly recommend, if any of you like just drool bucket worthy sticks, 2 puffs in, X Cigars, the Dark Maduro. I'm telling you, you will not go wrong with it.
That's on the that just made the list as well. This is why I love coming on here, man. I think you guys the last time I was here, they referenced like 5 or 6 cigars, and I checked them all out. I would say four I smoked more. The other 2, it was all right. I mean, I'm willing to try 20 different cigars because you never know. You just might find something that you'll love for the rest of your life. Yeah. A BMC threesome. Okay. That's on the list next.
Larry's a good dude. Okay. Yeah, I just, it was one of those sticks that I came across, and I said, well, let me try it. And it sat in the humidor for a little while.
Yeah.
Before I smoked it. So then after I smoked it, I'm like, man, I probably should have smoked this sooner.
Yeah. And
that's how it usually ends up working out.
Yeah, when I travel, I actually was in St. Louis a few months ago, and when I go somewhere new, I tell the owner or whoever, I said, listen, just pick 3 cigars out for me. I'll tell you if I smoked it, and if I did, I'm not going to smoke it. You give me 3 ones, and I had some really great ones. Anywhere I go, when I travel to Atlanta, especially, that's where most of my family is. That's where my sister Toy is at. Again, sister, get better. The El Rey, yes, okay, that's on the list.
You already had me sold when you said Oscuro. Yeah, I don't need to hear anything else.
Yeah.
At that point, you've already sold me on it.
Yeah.
Oscuro is that's like my mistress. That's like my 2 a.m. you up text. I see an Oscuro. Cameroon's my first love. I may be married to her, but she knows if I get that you up text from an Oscuro, I got to go take care of some business.
But you always come back home.
I always come back home, but I got to go take care of some business.
Epic. What's going on, brother? How are you? Yes, the Chiefs are. Let's not overdo it. They might just lose their next 3 games. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves right now. So where is everybody from? I know, Tim, most of my family is in Fulton County. I have also family in Covington and Hampton. So if you're in Georgia, for my recommendations, I love Highland Cigars in Atlanta, Stanley's, the Cigar Bank in McDonough, and the Smoke City Cigar Lounge in Hampton. Those are my favorites. If you ever go to those, just tell them Frederick from Brooklyn said hello and recommended the place. Those places are really good. They have great selection and great energy. That's where I'm from. Oh, okay. Yeah, Epic. I go to Sip and Smoke in Florissant, and Stanley's in downtown St. Louis on Main Street, right by the football arena. So if you ever go there, great place as well.
So you can do the militia, okay?
South of okay, yeah.
The commish sent me one. I got it sitting in the humidor. I've not lit one up yet. Not lit one up yet.
Yeah, yeah. Cigar Bank is really good, Toya. When you get better, make sure you go there. Make sure you go there. So any Knicks fans out there like myself, please say yes.
Anybody? Are there fans out there who like being disappointed year in and year out? Let them know.
Basically, yeah.
Let them know.
Listen, it's better than being a Jets fan. That much I'll say.
That's just because you love punishment.
Yeah, Tim, Severe and Daryl are good people. Very good people, man. Like I said, just go. Make sure you go to Cigar Bank as well. Really nice place, and it's in the Circle in McDonough, just in the turnaround. So,
Have you smoked anything from Protocol?
say it again.
Toya asked if you've had anything from Protocol Cigars.
I have not had a Protocol yet, but that's on a list. The Knicks are actually good, Toya. They're very good. They've gotten better with Brunson. Now they have Cat. So, we went through a little rough patch, but we're going to do some things this year, man. I'm not saying we're going to win the championship, but, I have had a 76. I had one earlier this year, I think in April or May. Somebody had just brought it to my attention. I enjoyed it. Really good. I got a question for everybody. What's your favorite drink with a cigar? Mine is black coffee. No sugar, no cream. Toya.
Well, I tend to be iced tea. Tends to be my unsweet iced tea. But,
Okay.
If I am going to mix something with it, I am kind of a hot chocolate connoisseur. So I will go with some hot chocolate.
Not bad. But does it take away the taste of the cigar?
It depends on. Now, I'll say this: if you're smoking like a really heavy, dark cigar that's already like a brownie, as it is, it just makes that chocolate pop even more on the flavor.
I tried it once. I tried some hot chocolate when I smoked a cigar, and totally messed up the taste. I couldn't really enjoy it. Like I was just like, what's going on? Like I wasn't able to fully enjoy it as I would have, because I just hadn't
It's like I'm a connoisseur. Like I'll buy imported chocolate powder from Italy or Switzerland, and then I will get it on the stove and make it with heavy cream in it, and I do it all up. Well, we missed kind of a lot of comments here. Let me try and go back through some of them here. Toya here, flavored iced coffee, tea, water, and tequila.
Not bad. So Tony, I went to college in Maine, so I know about rough patches. Other than our hockey team, trust me, and I definitely can't be a Patriots fan. I'm a Giants fan. So Eli Manning.
So you still enjoy it at this point now, being kicked in the nuts.
Yes, water is good. Water is my second favorite. I stopped drinking a while ago, so I definitely will enjoy nice, not even ice water. I like regular temperature water. Sit on a stoop, enjoy a cigar. Completely perfect. Yes, Tony. Black coffee is the best, brother. Back.
Or honey jack on the rocks. Okay. I don't know anything about spirits, so I couldn't tell you if it's good or not.
Surprisingly a good whiskey that has I found out was Charles Woodson, the former NFL player. He has a really good whiskey. It's not overpowering. It's really good. It's pretty mild, not strong at all. If you ever have the chance, give it a try. I'm sure I don't know if it's national or whatever. Now in Wyoming, do they allow liquor with cigars? Do they sell? Can you?
BYOB.
Oh, it's BY. Okay, okay, okay,
There's only one lounge in town,
okay.
so
And they don't serve liquor, so it's more or less bring your own.
bring your own. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. And
I know I said last year, but I'm gonna make it a point to come out there, man. Just got to take care of a few things. I'm gonna surprise you and come out there. I'm telling you.
all right.
And your money's no good when I come out there too. So just so you know.
Good because I want to go to the steakhouse at the Buffalo Ranch, and baby mama don't want to go.
I will say that the best steak I ever had was when I went to South Dakota. So I'm sure the food, the meat is just as good in Wyoming.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. They've got like a really nice steakhouse at the Buffalo Ranch. Like they raise buffalo. They raise buffalo, llamas, emus, and camels at this place.
Wow. Okay.
Like it trips you out when you're driving on the highway and you look over and you see camels out in the field. You're like, that doesn't look right.
Wait, camels in Wyoming?
Like, yes, they raise camels at the Buffalo Ranch.
Okay.
I don't say anything. It just catches you by surprise because you expect to see buffaloes out in the field and you see camels.
Listen, anything is possible, man. If you could do it, do it. There's a young man from Silent Hero Cigars. Have you heard that? Have you had that before, Danny?
I've not had them. They were. I've been trying to link up with them to get the smokes because they're supposed to be coming on the Tuesday show. They're actually supposed to be on the Tuesday show tomorrow, but it's been hard trying to link up with them to get the sticks for Brandy and I.
Okay.
But I've heard nothing but great things from a lot of people who have told me about them.
Okay. Let me know. So just when I do come out there, I want to go to a new place every day.
Well, there's only one lounge in town, so that's it.
I'm a foodie, so whenever I go places, I don't do chain foods. I don't do McDonald's or Sizzler or stuff like that, man. I like going to the home places. I like to be able to say, hey, I had this here and to enjoy it. I could go to McDonald's or wherever anytime. So when I come out there, just have a few places for me.
There's a couple places here and a couple places you just head down 35 miles into Fort Collins, Colorado, and there's plenty of great places down there because it's a big ass college town.
Wow.
I gotta tell you, it's not too cold for these camels. They hang out there. It trips you out when you're on the highway and you see the camels out in the field. It's a total trip out because you're like, wait, what?
Just the fact that there are camels in Wyoming is just amazing. Just amazing to hear.
I'm assuming they're like the camels that they have in those mountainous cold regions there of like Mongolia. Like I think they're probably like those types of camels.
Okay.
Not like the camels like rolling through the Sahara.
That was my first thought. I was like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's probably too cold for like those types of camels. But the camels, but like the desert mountain camels, like in Mongolia, probably that's probably what they have.
Okay. Hey, listen, I actually had a bison burger in Nevada. I was in Vegas. No, I was in Reno, and I had a bison burger. It was good, so I don't know what to compare it to, but for me, it was good for that moment.
They're very good. It's very lean meat. You know, I like it. It's delicious. We get you to
Yeah,
try Rocky Mountain oysters.
I've heard of those. Okay, I'm a seafood guy, man. When you come to New York, when you come to New York, we're going to City Island. Some of the best seafood anywhere in the Bronx. Toya should know about that. Toya should know about City Island. It's a great place. So
Yeah, it is a trip out. I'm telling you, Toya, it's a trip out to see it because you're expecting bison and you see camel out there.
well, Toya, I know she's a foodie too, so I'm sure she knows. So
Yeah, I
so
like bison.
so
It's it's good.
one question for you, Danny. Like over the last year, like I watch your uh I watch your podcast and stuff. How much have you changed, or have you gotten like a new perspective on the cigar world? Like, has there been anybody that really just kind of blew your mind talking to you?
Um, well, in the last year, I've had more brands kind of bring me in on their test blending on cigars, on what they're doing, and so I'm like honored by that. You know,
Yeah,
it's really nice to see that they trust my palate that much,
yeah,
that they really, before they put something out, they want, whether it be it's already finished or they're looking at finishing, or for a couple of brands it's been a start to finish process. It's
yeah.
like we started this process, and stuff's getting ready to drop. That kind. It's been there. Really, talking with like Daniel Lance of Domain Cigars was awesome. Because him and I just nerded out over tobacco for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's just that's we started one direction talking about his brand, and then it led to us uh, nerding out and working out blends on live on the show.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like I've grown being in, from previously just as a lover of cigars, but I feel like being in the being having an actual product, being in the business, I've gotten to meet some really great people that like cigars but are in different, uh, business sectors like tech and real estate, which I do as well. And just talking with them, being able to just talk, having meaningful conversations, completely separate from anything cigar related, but helping me. It was funny. One guy that I met, uh, he was a biologist, and he was working on uh, some some science stuff that I totally blew my mind. And he brought up the thought of uh, Italy, and I looked. He said, "Listen, Italy has some of the best leather." He told me he bought a product from a company in Italy, and he told me to look them up. And I looked them up. I did a lot of research, and the company that I'm with now, that I work with, they're amazing, and I'm able to get in touch with them at any time. And just I would have never even thought about Italy. I would have probably I had worked with some U.S. brands maybe a year and a half ago, and things were going really well business wise in terms of my orders, but they were never able to keep up because I guess they were just they weren't used to the numbers that I was giving them, because it wasn't like really their full-time job. And it got to a point where at one time I had about 15 orders in a month, and they couldn't keep up, because they were used to doing one, taking a week to do one. I had 15. At one time I think I had 5 in that week, and just delays, and it just became not a really good thing. It wasn't a good situation, and we ended it. And working with the company that I do now has been a blessing. Completely. The cigarologist. That's Danny. Definitely the cigarologist.
That's not me. That's not me. I, you know, uh, I, I feel like over the last 5 years of doing content, I feel more and more blessed every year with the contacts that I make, and then when going to trade shows, because I have a really good friend who has an accessories line and builds custom humidors. And he went to PCA this year for the first time. And
Yeah.
I took him around to all the people who I know that I thought could help him grow his brand and could help him with what he's looking for and what he's doing with the customized humidors. Because I was just like, look, I don't think there's much more I could do for you other than introduce you to the people who I know, because you're my friend and I want to see you succeed and grow. So here are some people that I think can help you based upon what you're doing with your brand and where you want to take it.
I appreciate that. But you as well. I mean, I don't know. Don't shortchange yourself. You're an influencer. You are the definition of an influencer.
I hate that word.
You are. You and Michelle and Toya. You guys. I don't. I'm sure you know the amount of influence that you have in people's lives, especially when it comes to cigars. You recommend a cigar, that cigar, people are going to smoke it. And I've said this to Toya, I've said this to Michelle. You guys are, and you as well. You are an important, integral component in the cigar culture, and I totally. I salute you all, man, because you guys really bring a lot to this culture.
I don't think of myself as an influencer, but I say this. I understand that I may have influenced your decision on maybe to buy or not buy something, but I will never tell you not to get something because I don't like it. I'll always tell you to get it, even if I don't like it.
I would say try it if somebody recommends it. And if you can, try it. The worst that can happen is you don't like it. You just don't have to buy it again. That's the great thing about having money to spend. You don't have to spend it again.
This is the one thing I'll tell you. If you've never been to like PCA, the one thing I'll say, you don't need to be on the sales floor. The sales floor, you'll be bored out of your mind. It's just business going on. Where everything goes down is at the cigar lounges and the clubs. After everything is over with, that's where anything important of importance happens there. When I'm on the sales floor, I'm bored. It's just boring. But mainly because I'm there working with a brand, so I'm out there representing them. But there's just not a lot that goes on. And if you think that it's something, it's not. It's business. And unless you're willing to do business with these brands out there, they don't want to talk to you. You're wasting their time. They want nothing to do with you. But you want to talk to those brands, go to the club, go to the lounges after the event. That's where everything happens.
Yeah. Michelle told me that as well. She said that, you go to PCA, it's, where you're going to do your business, where you're going to meet the people are at the lounges. So just make sure your lungs are clear because you're going to smoke a lot and you will.
Yes. And for like me, I'll be, you're out till 4:00 in the morning and then you're up and at 'em and on the event floor at 9:00 in the morning on really no sleep and hungover.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for it. And Toya, I'm going to PCA too. That's the goal. I'm going to PCA as well. I don't think you need a plug. All you need to do is say, I need to go to PCA. Who's going to make sure I get there? I promise you, Toya, you will have a private jet, penthouse, car service waiting for you. I'm sure there's no company, no right mind company that would not sponsor you or whatever to have you there. Trust me. Same as Michelle.
Well, Michelle just, she's big time now. Yeah. I've been telling her that for years, and she never believed me. And I said, it's coming. Just wait. Your time's coming. And she's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, wait. I go, I hear your name all the time getting dropped. Just wait. And then she kind of boom blew up. She had that spread in a couple magazines and started like, I told you you were going to blow up. I told you your time was coming.
Well, again, just speaking on the two amazing women that I know, her and Toya, they did this organically. And just people, when I got to meet Toya last year, amazing. You just, it was basically like we'd known each other for years and just laughing and joking, just talking with her. She knows, they have to know how important they are. And, just you two ladies, you're amazing. And I salute both of y'all because you bring a lot to what we have here. For real. Now, do the majority of people that you hang around, are they cigar smokers? Because as I've become more into cigars, that's basically who I'm more hanging out. I have my friends, childhood friends and stuff that don't smoke. And I don't have a lot of time. I have kids, my wife, and just working and stuff. But I've become more. It's more where the majority of the people that I converse with or spend time with are actual cigar smokers more than not. What about yourself?
That's about it. I don't really hang out with anybody outside of cigars. Really, the only person I hang out with is baby mama. That's it. Okay. And then other than that, I'll hang out with cigar smokers, and that's it. Just because if I'm gonna get out and go somewhere, I'm gonna go to a lounge.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I used to have my, judgmental friends saying, "Oh, that stuff will kill you," and I'm like, dude, I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere.
I've been doing this for almost 25 years. I'm still here.
Yeah, there's people in Europe and Asia that they're 90 years old, have smoked a cigar every day of their lives, and they're alive. If they could do it, I could do it. So, it's what you put in your body. Otherwise, that is the big difference. So if you keep yourself clean, this is nothing. This is your extra treat in life. So I'm
fueled by nicotine and caramel Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yes,
that's it. That's what I'm fueled by.
Yeah, I got introduced to Mullen tea. I've been having people tell me you got to drink Mullen tea. It's good for the lungs, and actually I do feel it. So if you ever get a chance, anybody out there, ask your there's a tea spot. Ask them, do they have Mullen tea? It's actually pretty good for you. I feel it. So sometimes it tastes good.
I am a tea guy, so I'll try it out.
Yeah, it's actually on Amazon as well. Mullen tea. It's really good. Harper's Cigar Lounge. Where are you located at?
That's Mr. Troy Harper. He's located in Western Nebraska.
Where's he at?
Western Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. Okay. Now, how far are you from Nebraska?
Not far. He's like an hour from me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So you're pretty good. Like you have Denver, you have Nebraska. So you're not too far from the surrounding states and stuff, correct? Oh, 1 hour. Okay. That's not bad. That's not a bad drive.
You know, there's really nothing in Western Nebraska. Uh, if you like looking at corn, there's plenty of that.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, childhood friend, she graduated from the University of Nebraska, so she told me the same thing. It's, she said it was a beautiful place. She had a really good time there. She loved it. But she said, it wasn't for her long term, but she loved it. She said she's a corn husker for life, and she lets people know.
Yeah, I tend to if I go anywhere, we go to Colorado. We go down. It's 35 minutes to Fort Collins and about 80 minutes to Denver.
Oh wow, that's not bad. Yeah. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah. So what's the goal? What's the plans for 2025? What's the?
Oh boy. That's something I've been working on for the last month, is trying to figure out where I want to take the programming to. Do I want to continue with where I'm at now with the weekly Monday night show and the once a month Tuesday show? Do I want to keep that going, or do I want to branch out into something more? I've been wrestling with that, because that's a hard question. Because I really enjoy the one-to-one, the conversations, the talking to people on that. But I don't know. I just don't know. It's all, it may be, we see as it goes. It may be one of those, it's not really no goal in mind. It's just, how do I feel at the end of 2025? Do I feel like it was successful?
Yeah. What about taking the podcast on the road? Like doing a podcast from Harper's Cigar Lounge?
Well, I've thought about that, and I just, the logistics of trying to make the live programming work outside of the already kind of cocoon that it's built in is hard, which is why I tend to, when I go out to places, do a lot of pre-recorded stuff, because it's easier to control the environment that way.
Well, maybe do it as a special event, like maybe once a month. You have a special event. You promote it early, and like maybe beginning of the year, like New Year's, no pressure, but do a New Year's event at Harper's, and then do some other ones at the ones nearby you. I think once people, you'll bring more of attention to yourself, more attention to Harper's, and I'm sure if other cigar lounges see that you're doing it and it's successful, especially with your name recognition, I'm sure other cigar lounges would say, hey, would you mind doing it with us? And if it's something where you have to travel, I'm sure it wouldn't be too much for them to put you up in a hotel for the night. Things to think about.
Yeah, it's on my radar on it, and figuring out the logistics on all of that, and can I make it work with what I do? And if I can, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. Just give it a try. So I'm just so you know, I'm at the world famous Brooklyn Blue Smoke in Brooklyn, New York. Some great people here. So if you ever come to New York, this is the first place you have to come. Brooklyn Blue Smoke, just amazing, just good energy, and so Harper, I know that a lot of people have really misconceptions about cigars. I think when you speak to people, you don't try. I don't try and change people's opinion. But if you speak the truth, they either accept it or they don't. I've had some people say, oh, I let them know that, listen, it's much healthier than cigarettes. And I say if you smoke weed, you can smoke cigars. So, but it is what it is. Some people are going to like it. Some people are not. And that's on them,
So Troy there with Harper Cigar Lounge, he's a content creator, and his show mixes in hard rock and heavy metal with cigars and talking about heavy metal and hard rock bands of the 70s and 80s and enjoying the music while smoking a cigar and talking about the cigar along with the music.
Okay.
So that's what Troy does with Harper Cigar Lounge.
That's something you could do for hours. I grew up in Brooklyn, and when I was in high school, we moved to Long Island, which is more the suburbs. And it was in 1984, I got MTV. That was the first time I ever heard of MTV. And the first video I ever saw was Corey Hart's "I Wear My Sunglasses at Night." And it was the summertime. I lived there. I didn't have any friends. All I did was watch MTV. So I'm very much well on Pantera and Motley Crue and Billy Idol. So listen, you get me in a conversation with that, man. I think I can hold my own with anybody when it comes to rock music. But that's good concept. Listen, if you could talk about stuff other than cigars while you're smoking cigars, that's a great evening.
He puts on a great show. He does a good job with it. He really finds a way to find or talk about a band or a song that kind of meshes with what he's smoking.
Oh, it's not bad. Okay.
And then carry it on and play tunes, or I'm smoking this cigar and it reminds me of this song from this album from this band, and then let's playing some of the song and then playing some of the album and really getting in depth about the music behind it, and then popping back in and going, hey, all right, so the cigar, this is good. It got this. It's got me feeling like this, and Troy does a very good job with it. It show's very entertaining.
Troy, if you could send me a link, man, I'll definitely look on your stuff, man. I'd love to get in and I'll definitely subscribe. So whenever you can, if you could send a link, I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah. So Troy does a good job, and does it all from little teeny tiny 1,000 population Kimball, Nebraska.
Okay.
The population of one building in New York.
Hey, sometimes I've been to a few small towns, man. Really good people, man. I think every place I've been where they had a cigar lounge, really enjoyed the people, very welcoming. Didn't look at me as that rude New Yorker. They actually told me I was pretty nice for a New Yorker. I took it as a compliment, so I just left it at that. And listen, there's so many ways this culture you can monetize, you can feed your lifestyle if need be, but just do it. Like I said, I've said before, if you do it organically and you enjoy it, the money will come. And when it comes, it comes. You're gonna have some heartbreak, you're gonna have some ups and downs, but if you do something that you love first, it makes everything easier. It makes the failures and the step backs a little easier to deal with. So,
and plus, in this industry, all of the amazing people that I have met that if I wasn't part of this culture,
Yeah.
I would never have met ever. And the connections that have been made, because most of the people who I've met, I feel like I've known them my whole life, even though I may have just met them last year for the first time.
Yeah.
It's just that connection, that camaraderie you have with somebody, and you can just talk, and it's just like, man, there's just you find out all the shared experiences out there, and I find though when I go to the lounge, being the guy who's blue collared, all the white collared guys talk about manual labor.
Yeah.
And I find it fascinating. I've never really figured out why. Why do you want to know about manual labor? Is it because you can't work with your hands? That's just not what you're into, or are you just fascinated by the fact that there are people like me out here who bust their ass every day for 14 hours, busting up their knuckles and grinding it out there, so that we keep the world actually moving.
Listen, you keep doing what you're doing, brother. You are, if there's some people that don't understand, somebody has a hard day's work, man. I'm not a manual dude, but I applaud. I have family members that have worked, transit, worked construction, and you got to applaud them, man. Listen, you're putting food on your family's plate. There's nothing, it is what it is, man. And, just in terms of people that I got to meet, you being one of them, amazing, amazing through and through, no questions asked.
It's all about the journey, and we all take different journeys throughout there, but no matter where we go on that journey, we always seem to wind back with the same people, hanging out, talking, enjoying, whether it be I see you in 2 weeks or I see you once a year. We always seem to find that way. It always comes back around again, just because of fermented dead plant matter.
Yeah. I do pay attention to your stuff. Sometimes I might not be able to get it, might not be able to watch it live, but there's times when I got some free time, man. I'll just go online, I'll look on YouTube, I'll look at your stuff. And I'm more than sure that you've helped a lot of the people that have been on your show, that after they were on your show, they were a lot better than they were not being on your show.
That's the goal. That's the goal, is to try and just introduce people out there who just need that. They just need somebody that's got just that little bit to kind of get their name out there. Yeah. And it's what, I love doing that. And more so, it's just, I love talking to people about it and getting the backstory and talking to people about their life, because at the end of the day, what you're selling, there's a story to it, and people want to know the story, and people want to have that personal connection to your brand out there, and I'm just trying to provide that.
100% agree. And listen, Harper, thank you, but everything I say is for real. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep being who you are, and everything is going to work out, man. And I wish you the greatest of success. And you're going to do, I'm sure you're doing great things as it is, man. Just keep doing it, just keep doing it.
Frederick is real, man. He's a solid dude. And
sure,
he has an amazing product. Amazing. You can click the direct link down in my description, take you right to the Sarelix website, and you can pick up your own handcrafted Italian cigar case. He's got multiple different kinds out there. Whatever you're looking for, I have the aficionado, and I love it. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Multiple holders. Beautiful. Holds my cigar. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You can't go wrong. It's a showstopper when you go someplace. People are always going to ask you, "Oh, let me look at your carrying case." Man, It's gorgeous and it's good. There's buoyancy, protects your cigars. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong if you order one. I'm telling you.
And if the aficionado is not your thing, I have the logo. This one comes with my company logo, but like I was saying earlier, say like Harper, if you have a logo on yours and this is something that you're interested in, it's comes its own price. It is here. It holds the money. It holds money and cash, lighter. I'm sorry. It was a pen and a poker. It holds up to 3 cigars, and it comes with the cedar casing. The cedar casing is free. So just listen. If there's anything you guys like, send me an email saying, "Hey, I saw your stuff through Danny, and I'll do my best to throw in a little something extra for everybody."
That's how it's done out there. Dude, I love it. I love what you put out there, man. I love supporting you in any way I can because you put out a fantastic product. You've solved a problem that most cigar cases have that are leather, which is either they're too soft or too hard. You found that perfect buoyancy in it for protection, so that you get a little bit of play if it's put into your bag or you sit on it for the protection.
Thank you.
You solved a big problem, and for that,
thank you, brother. I truly appreciate that.
And perfect carrying there. So, man, you got your merce of cigars with your pinkies out. Remember that. That's important as you're walking. Pinkies out.
Pinkies are optional.
Man, I had a great time with you tonight, Frederick. Thank you so much for coming back on again. Man, I appreciate your time and talking about your brand and your accessories.
The absolute pleasure is mine. Thank you to everyone who came on. I really appreciate it. I'm sure it wasn't to see me. I'm sure it was to see Danny as always. But thank you. Got to meet and speak with some really great people. I have the list of cigars that you guys have recommended. I will be trying them out through the end of the year. And I will be making it a point. Again, Danny, I really appreciate you, man. You're genuinely amazing dude. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. And 2025 is going to be just as amazing as 2024. I know it. Me too out there. Thank you to everybody out there. Next Monday night, last show of the year. And well, he's been in the chat for a while. Troy Harper, content creator of Harper Cigar Lounge, will be my guest. We're going to talk about his content creation. We're going to talk 70s and 80s and 90s heavy metal and hard rock. Out there, I'm going to try and go back to my youth and try and drag out some memories of bands that I liked here. See if I can stump Troy. I'll be there for sure.
That's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. If you missed any part of this show or you want to rewatch it again without any YouTube hesitations put into it, be downloaded and put up on my Rumble channel on Wednesday. So you can tune in over there to catch it in its glory without YouTube censoring out anything we've talked about.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to everybody out there. We'll see you guys. See you next week, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.